Hello, friends from across the nation and around the world. I'm Martin, and you are listening to Dad's Bedtime Stories. Tonight, we're headed back into the Spaceship universe for an idea brought to you by one of my Patreon sponsors, Jackson. Jackson's idea was to have an ocean planet where Spaceship turns into a submarine and the kid gets to put on scuba gear. And they find a portal underwater that apparently leads to a shark world, but they're stopped by a seahorse named Jackson, who brings them to the seahorse area or world instead. I thought an underwater world would be a great idea, so that's exactly what we're going to do tonight. Before we get started, I just want to give a few shoutouts. First of all, thank you to Jax and Rowan, who were the first ones to sign up for my Dad's Bedtime Stories social share contest, where they shared the podcast and filled out my Google form. So they are currently the only two, at least at the recording of this episode, who are in a draw for a guaranteed story idea. If you want to join the contest, the details are in the description or show notes or whatever you call them wherever you're listening. Just read up on them, join in, and enter for a guaranteed story idea. Next, I want to give a big shout out to some Patreon sponsors that have joined in the past week. Thank you, first of all, to Connor, Riley, and Christina, who listen to the podcast every night and recently joined Patreon. It means a lot that you joined Patreon, so thank you guys. Next up, I'd really like to thank Cooper, Amelia, and Courtney from Seattle for joining Patreon and sponsoring the podcast. Very, very much appreciated as well. Thank you to Eddie, Clover, and Liz from Maine, USA. They also joined recently, and I really, really appreciate it. And last, I'd like to give a shout out to Henry and Charlie, who recently joined Patreon under the name Henry Charlie. So I don't really know anything else about them, but I really appreciate you supporting the podcast. Now, if parents out there want to join Patreon for as little as $1 a month, it does get you ad-free episodes as well as any bonus content I have, and that's only $12 for an entire year if you listen to the podcast a lot. Now, I know that doesn't work for everyone, and that is why we've finally gotten some podcast ads back on the podcast. I know they're annoying and a little intrusive at times, but they do fund the podcast as well. And as usual, I make a guarantee to only put them at the beginning and sort of right near the end of the intro. I'm never going to put them during stories, and I'm never going to put a roll at the end. So if you hear any weird advertisements at the end, let me know. It might be where you're listening, because they're not supposed to be there. And now, a possible break for that. Time to close your eyes, get as comfy as you can in that bed, and imagine yourself doing what the kid in the story does. You wake up inside your spaceship. You stretch your arms and legs and head out to the main part of the ship. Good morning, Spaceship says. I have discovered a very interesting planet. It seems to be an underwater world. In addition, there is a strange anomaly coming from below the surface of the ocean. Checking it out could lead to some adventure. Oh, interesting. Okay, let's head for it, you say. Understood, course said. Spaceship turns a little bit to the left, and you continue to blast through hyperspace for a little while. Eventually, the ship stops, and you find yourself staring at a gigantic, almost entirely blue planet with fluffy white clouds flowing overhead. You move to the control center of the ship, sit down in the seat, and grab a hold of the joystick. You press forward on the throttle and steer the ship straight towards the planet. There's a little bit of turbulence as you pass through the atmosphere and dip below the clouds. And then, all you can see is ocean. Ocean, ocean, and more ocean. Is there any land here at all? You ask. Yes, Spaceship answers. Below the water is plenty of land. Prepare for submarine mode. The ship begins to glow around you, and its shape changes slightly. A gigantic circular window appears at the front, little circular windows at the side, and the ship hits the water, splashes down, and starts to sink. At once, everything around you turns blue and wavy. Sunlight pours through the water overhead in long golden beams, and small silver alien fish dart past the window like living arrows. Whoa, you say. The world outside is beautiful. As you sink down, tall green sea plants sway back and forth as if the whole world is breathing. Pink coral branches spread like underwater trees. Huge smooth rocks lie on the seafloor, and bright little fish weave in and out of them. In the distance, something that looks like a jellyfish drifts past, like a glowing, floating lantern. You decide that you'd like to explore this firsthand. Any idea if I can go for a swim myself? You say. Yes, your spacesuit has an underwater mode as well. You look down at your watch and start to flip through the different screens until you come to one that's a picture of a sort of high-tech spacesuit with flippers. You press the accept button, and the suit folds out around your body, little nanites crawling out of the watch and forming themselves into armor. Before long, you're entirely protected. The helmet's a little larger than you're used to, and it seems to have a bright light on the front of it, and the feet are giant flippers. You head to the back of the ship and notice that it's been changed too. Instead of a simple opening to the outside, there's now a door that leads to some other little room. What's this for? You ask. That is for transitioning to water without getting me entirely wet. Please enter inside. The chamber will be filled with water, pressurized, and then the hatch will open, Spaceship explains. So you step through the door, sit down on a little chair, the door closes, an alarm goes off, and water starts to rise. You feel perfectly safe in your spacesuit, or, scuba gear in this case, as water fills up the entire room. Once it's completely full, there's a hissing noise and the back hatch opens. You swim outside. You start to kick gently and float over a garden of coral shapes, shaped like spirals and fans and sort of tower-like things. Tiny blue fish zip around your arms. A crab the size of a dinner plate raises one claw at you as if it's sort of shaking its fist as you swim past. "Hey, crab," you say as you swim overhead. "Anomaly detected," Spaceship says. "I believe we have found the anomalous reading nearby. Follow me." Spaceship darts forward through the water, and you kick your fins gently and follow behind. If you'd like to go at a higher speed, just think about moving forward, and you will be pushed forward. You straighten both of your legs and try just that. Almost like magic, your spacesuit, or, scuba suit, propels you forward through the water. If you think about going faster, it goes faster, and if you think about going slower, it goes slower. You follow behind the ship until you see it. At first, it looks like a giant ring of light, but then it swirls. The water inside it twists like a spinning window made of blue-green glass. Spaceship? Is that what I think it is? You ask. I believe so. It is either a portal or one of the fanciest whirlpools I have ever seen. You turn slowly in the water and stare at it. It hangs between two coral cliffs, glowing brighter and brighter. Strange shapes move faintly inside it. The edges shimmer like moonlight on water. A portal, you whisper. I believe so. I recommend caution or excitement. It depends on what's inside. You start swimming towards it. Then something tiny zips directly in front of your mask. Stop, 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 it says. You nearly tumble backward. Hovering in front of you is a little orange seahorse with bright eyes and a curled tail. It's wearing what appears to be a tiny shell helmet. You can't go in there, he cries. You can talk? The seahorse blinks. Of course I can talk. Can't you? Yeah, but, well, just usually on my planet, seahorses don't talk. Usually, kids don't wear shiny bubble helmets either, but here we are, he says. Spaceship's voice crackles in your helmet. I believe I like him. The seahorse spins around dramatically and points one tiny fin at the portal. That, he says, goes to the big, bad shark world. You look at the glowing ring again. The what? The big, bad shark world, he repeats. Very big, very bad, and from my experience, full of sharks. That does sound inconvenient, Spaceship adds. The seahorse puffs himself up. My name is Jackson, he says, and if you swim through that portal, you'll probably get gobbled, chased, or chomped, or at the very least, glared at in a very unsettling manner. You glance at Spaceship floating nearby in its submarine form. So you've been in the world? You ask Jackson. Once, and I ran into one of the biggest sharks I've ever seen. I got out of there as quickly as I could, and luckily I got out with my life. Look, if you came here to explore, then I can show you something much better than a terrifying shark portal. I can show you my world. You smile. Your world? The Seahorse Reefs, says Jackson proudly. Best underwater world on this entire planet. Probably, I haven't actually been everywhere. We accept the probably, Spaceship adds. Here, follow me, Jackson says, flicking his tail. He darts away like a tiny orange arrow, and you swim after him. The deeper you go, the more amazing everything becomes. The coral opens into wide underwater streets lined with swaying sea fans and shell lamps. Curved tunnels of woven seagrass connect little coral homes. Bubble streams rise up from the seafloor like sparkling fountains. And everywhere there are seahorses. Little seahorses, big seahorses, red ones, gold ones, purple ones, striped ones. Some carry baskets of sea berries. Some teach baby seahorses how to curl their tails around drifting plants. Some race each other through rings of bubbles. A pair of seahorses zoom past you, shouting, "Out of the way! Urgent bubble delivery!" "Welcome to my world," Jackson says. He leads you to a coral archway of swirling carvings of seahorses and waves. "This is the center reef," he says. That's the school. That's the shell market, and that's my house. The house is tucked inside a giant spiral shell with little polished stones outside and a sign made of driftwood that says Jackson in sort of wobbly letters. You have your own house? You ask. Well, I share it with my family, says Jackson. I'm not rich, you know. A large seahorse glides over. She's blue-green with a necklace made of tiny pearls. Jackson, she says, who is this? This is my new friend, says Jackson, and also his talkative, submarine? The seahorse lady looks at you kindly. Welcome. I'm Jackson's mother. Nice to meet you, you say. And I am Spaceship, says Spaceship. Jackson's mother nods. That's, good. Jackson tugs on your sleeve. Come on, I'll show you the best part. Jackson leads you to the heart of the reef, where a dozen seahorses are gathered in an open coral circle. What's happening here? You ask. A sort of production, Jackson answers. And slowly and softly, the seahorses begin to sing. And as they sing, other fish begin to join them, swimming around in circles, off in different patterns. The whole thing looks kind of like a fireworks display made entirely of fish or a musical theater production. It's beautiful, it's colorful, it sounds amazing. That is beautiful, you tell Jackson. I know, this whole place is absolutely amazing, other than the portal. Yeah. Has that always been there? You ask. Unfortunately, no. We seahorses used to live in peace until that portal appeared one day. Some of us ventured inside, but never came back. And as you know, when I went to check things out, all I saw was a gigantic shark. Life here used to be way better before that portal. Now everybody's too scared to do anything fun or go too far from the village. Why don't we actually go check out the portal and see if we can, close it or something? Spaceship's pretty good at things like that. You suggest? Really? You think you could close it? Yeah, maybe. What do you think, Spaceship? I am very skilled at detecting and dealing with anomalies. I will search my databanks, but first we must explore the anomaly further. You mean you want to go into Shark World? I guess so. It's okay though, Spaceship can protect us. You can even, come inside the ship if you want. There's no way sharks will hurt us inside that thing. Your ship can withstand the attacks of a shark? Jackson asks. I think so. I mean, it's dealt with, laser beams and giant robots before. I'm pretty sure you're going to be safe from a shark inside it. Well then, I will join you. Lead the way. You swim over to the spaceship. The back hatch opens and you and Jackson move inside. You find a little bowl sitting on the bench. The bowl is for the seahorse, Spaceship explains. He will want to be inside it before the water leaves. Jackson listens and swims inside the bowl. The back hatch closes and all of the water starts to drain out of the ship. You press the button on your watch and your spacesuit armor folds back inside it. Then, you move over to the little fishbowl where Jackson's still sitting. You pick it up and move into the ship itself. Wow, this is pretty cool inside. Like your own little house. A mobile house. Yeah, I guess so, you say, as you walk over to the command center and place Jackson on the dashboard. You sit down in the seat, grab a hold of the controls, and turn Spaceship around. All right, everyone, let's head back to that portal and see what's really inside. You press forward on the throttle, and Spaceship starts to zip forward, back up through the coral, and to where you originally found the anomaly. The glowing, swirling portal sits in front of you. All right, everyone, are you ready to go through? 3, 2, 1. But before you can press on the throttle, the portal shimmers and something passes through it. Something large, almost as large as Spaceship itself. A gigantic shark. Oh no, Spaceship, initiate defenses. Understood, Spaceship says, and immediately a whole bunch of laser cannons fold out from the ship and point directly at the gigantic shark. Whoa, what's that about? The shark says. You press down on the speaker button and begin to speak to the creature. You can talk, you say. Of course I can talk. You can talk? Yeah, we can talk too. We're inside this submarine. Oh, I thought you were the submarine. Though I've never seen a submarine before. Have you guys seen my nephew? The shark asks. Your nephew? Yes, Billy. We always tell him not to go through the portal, but does he listen? No. Now my sister's making it everyone's problem. So I said I'd brave things and come through here to find him, even though we're told that this place is a nightmare. Wait, you're afraid of this place? Of course I am. As far as we understand, it's full of tiny little horse-like creatures that zip from place to place. They're creepy. You look over at Jackson and then back at the giant viewing screen and press down on the button again. You're afraid of the seahorses? Is that what they call themselves? Those things are weird. I was once sitting around on my side of the portal, just minding my own business when a little orange one zipped straight into me. He just about scared the daylight out of me. Then he zipped back through just as quickly. Ugh, the feeling it gave me, weird. Anyways, we sharks decided to stay on our own side of the portal. But little Billy didn't listen. Have you guys seen a little shark around here about this tall? No, but we could help you find him. Oh, that would be great. Just be careful. There's a lot of little seahorses around here. They're so weird. So, you begin to search around the area. Jackson leads you to all of the good possible hiding spots. I think there's a cave over here. He could be in that, Jackson says. You steer the ship over towards a large cave and slowly make your way inside. But no shark. Next, Jackson leads you over to a coral maze. He could have gotten trapped in the maze. He guides you and the shark left and right, up and down through the very intricate maze, but again, you don't find the shark anywhere. Maybe some people at the village will know where he is, Jackson says. You press the button on the speaker and announce it to the shark. We're wondering if we should check the seahorse village. Maybe somebody else there has seen him, you say. You want me to go to an entire village of those creepy little horse creatures? The shark asks. I don't know if I could do that. You could come in the ship if you want to, you say. Oh, yeah, that would probably be better. You open up the back hatch. The shark swims inside and Spaceship closes the hatch, keeping him behind the little windowed wall. Whoa, this place is amazing. Wait a second, is that a seahorse I see up there? The shark says. Yeah, but don't worry, he's not gonna hurt you. I wouldn't be so sure. You steer the ship back down towards the seahorse village, through the coral, past Jackson's house, and to the town center, where the same sort of production is still going on, singing seahorses, swimming fish, and a little kid-sized shark swimming around in the middle. What the? Hey, press the button for me, Jackson says. You press down on the speaker button and Jackson begins to talk. Guys, isn't that a shark? You ask. The other seahorses look at the shark and then back at the submarine. Yeah, it is, but he's so cool and so nice. He even told us that the whole other side of the portal is absolutely beautiful, and that sharks, get this, are afraid of seahorses too. Yeah, I sort of heard that already. Anyways, Shark, whatever your name is, your uncle's with us. He's been looking for you. Uncle Ron? The shark says. Oh, Uncle Ron, sorry I got lost. Tell him his mother's been worried. Your mother's been worried, Jackson says over the speaker. Follow us back to the portal. Okay, I guess we better go. You turn the ship around once again and lead the little shark up through the coral, back over to the portal, and you finally enter inside, followed by the little shark. Then you open up the back hatch and let the big shark out. Thank you, the big shark says. You have shown true kindness, and it turns out those seahorses might not be as scary as we thought. It turns out you sharks might not be so bad either. In fact, this whole shark area is absolutely beautiful, Jackson admits, and he's right. The Shark City, or Shark World, is absolutely beautiful. Like Jackson's world, it's filled with coral reefs and seaweed and beautiful colored fish of all different shapes and sizes. Maybe seahorses and sharks can get along after all. Maybe, the shark admits. You suddenly yawn. Oh, well, this has been fun and all, but I think I should probably get you back home, Jackson. This has been a really weird journey, honestly. I understand, but at least you've taught us something about the sharks, and the sharks something about us. There's nothing to be afraid of anymore. Right, I mean, except, like, being eaten by a shark, you say. What do you mean? Jackson responds. Well, as much as they're afraid of seahorses, they could definitely eat you. You are really small compared to them. I'd never even thought of that, Jackson says as you walk his fishbowl back out to the back of the ship. "This gives me a lot to think about," Jackson says as you place him down on the bench and make your way back into the main part of the ship. You close the door and the back hatch fills with water once again. Jackson swims out of the bowl and the hatch opens up. Spaceship slowly rises up to the surface of the planet, through the seaweed, past the coral reefs, until it pops up and begins to float on the surface. Then the ship glows around you once again and forms itself back into its traditional spaceship mode. You lift up off of the ground and the water streams off of the ship. It rises up through the clouds, through the atmosphere, and out into space once again. You, feeling tired after such a strange adventure, head to your bedroom. You crawl into your bed, you pull the covers up to your chin, and you close your eyes. The lights dim, and you start to focus on your breath. With each breath, your arms and legs begin to relax just a little bit more, sinking deeper and deeper into the mattress. You let go of the tension from your shoulders, from your neck, from your head and your face, until you're just gently floating on the bed. The more you breathe, the deeper you sink, and the deeper you sink, the better you feel, until your mind starts to wander off to thoughts of new dreams, new planets, and new adventures to come. Good night, everyone.